Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne. It's the 4th of July. The year's 2019. Let's talk trading. There's more to trading than entry and exit. You know, it's kind of a slow day right now trading. It's just the holiday. The New York markets are basically closed, but since foreign exchange is, worldwide, there's other markets that are open and trading. There's people all around the world still trading. Price is still moving. But most people think that, unless you're clicking the mouse, you're not really trading. But that's not the case. Most of trading is waiting. I've stated that in a few videos before. I mean, you wait, you enter, you wait, you exit. Most of the times is spent waiting. But a lot of people don't realize that. They're kind of thinking it's like Vegas, they want to sit there and watch the wheels spin or roll the dice, watch the cards flop, lots of action. Trading's not like that. In fact, probably the less trading, less action, better the trading. If you think about it, I mean, really, what can you do? I mean, you put a trade on, it doesn't matter why you put a trade on, and then the market does what it does, and either you're in profit or you're in loss. And because of spread, every time you put a trade on, you start out in loss. And then if you're fortunate, market moves in your favor in a short period of time and you see green instead of red. But really, there's so much more to trading than just the entry and the exit. And I think you know where this is leading. When you look, money and risk management, right? You guys see this screen every day. Money and risk management. This is something that you have to do continually, is managing your risk, managing your money. I like to think of risk as the downside and money as the profit side. But, how you allocate your resources on each trade is really something that's important. And you see, entry and exit doesn't really matter when you come to this because you enter, then the market does what it's going to do. You can't change the outcome. But you see, so many people are concerned about coming up with that system that tells you where and when to exit. I mean, if you think about it, that's what most systems are, or where and when to enter, where and when to exit. Okay? It's most systems. But if you think about it, really, put this in your mind, in the forefront of your mind, is that if the reason that you enter has no bearing on the outcome, it doesn't really affect the outcome. You can't enter a trade and know for sure you're going to win. Why are you spending so much time working on that entry? I mean, think about it. And I'm going to leave you with that thought, and we're going to move on. Okay, for the week, you can see here, Euro Yen is below the previous week's low. And we've got a slight green day at the moment here. Ever so slight. You see we're above the previous day's midpoint. And as far as the opening days range, first day of that trading day of the week's range. You can see here we're still below it by 75 pips at the moment. And here we are above the monthly open of June, but below the monthly open of July. And once again, here's the June opening day high, June opening day low, and you can see we drop back into that range. And let's see, if we scrunch the chart up, you can see that right here. So go all the way back to June there. And we're in that inside bar. As you can see, it did break out once. We've got a high of 70. So we got about maybe a 5 or 6 pip breakout there. And as you can see, it almost got in the previous day's upper wick zone, but reversed, dropped into the lower, and it's back up. Now here you can see that again. And because it's a holiday, you can see the range with the exception of the new beast. They're all under 100. I mean, 18 pips, dollar yen, 13 pips. It's just, it's a holiday here in America, even though I think it's a feudal one, but we're not going to do politics. Here's the monthly D1 lowest open, the daily lowest open for the month right here, 121.55. And the daily H1 lowest open for the month happened 14 hours ago here at 125.58. So you can see here a few bounces off of these lowest opens, provided just a handful of pips. Buy zone, as you can see here, it looks like a bunch of scratch trades. And the pivot was between the open and the buy zone, so not much of a bias there. You can see we still have a missed pivot there. There is no rat zone with a 15 pip range. It just doesn't exist. And on the H4, we took out that pivot. You can see here we're still below the monthly pivot and the weekly pivot because we already hit it. Maybe we will get back there tomorrow. Maybe we won't. We missed that pivot yesterday, and we missed a pivot 2 days ago. Possibly we take those pivots out this either tomorrow, probably not, probably more holiday time tomorrow, maybe next week. And here, this shows you how some days there's just not going to be much trading. You can see, we know usually H1, if it starts between two lines, it's going to cross one or the other. It only happened a few times here, and not by much. Once again, we've got an 18 pip range. This is just not the opportunity. This day is just not presenting many opportunities. And sometimes trading is deciding not to trade. You can see here we entered the wick zone twice, lower wick zone, and popped out. Once again, just oscillating around the previous week's low right here. And on the tick chart, it's just not much up-down movement. Very tight range. And you can see here, no triggers on the Einstein. So that's it. I'll make today's video a few minutes shorter than normal. Just remember, there's so much more to trading than entry and exit. And it's not anything esoteric. I've explained price action. I've explained risk and money management. Those are the things. You pick your method and just make sure you execute it flawlessly. So have a safe and happy 4th of July. And remember, when you come back and sit down in front of your trading platform, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the bank.